In Job chapter 5, Eliphaz continues his response to Job's lamentation, offering further insight and counsel. He begins by asserting that suffering is an inevitable part of life, as humans are born to trouble just as surely as sparks fly upward. Eliphaz emphasizes the importance of turning to God in times of trouble, suggesting that seeking God's help and guidance is the key to finding peace and resolution in the face of adversity. Eliphaz then proceeds to extol the virtues of God's wisdom and power, emphasizing his ability to bring down the proud and exalt the humble. He suggests that God punishes the wicked and delivers the righteous, implying that Job's suffering must be the result of some wrongdoing on his part. Eliphaz urges Job to accept God's discipline and to humble himself before the Almighty, suggesting that repentance and submission to God's will are the pathways to restoration and blessing. Throughout his speech, Eliphaz draws upon traditional wisdom and theology to explain Job's suffering, framing it within the context of divine justice and righteousness. He offers counsel based on his understanding of God's ways, encouraging Job to trust in God's goodness and wisdom even in the midst of his suffering. However, Eliphaz's words also reveal a lack of empathy and understanding for Job's plight, as he fails to acknowledge the depth of Job's anguish and despair. Eliphaz's speech in chapter 5 reflects the common belief that suffering is a consequence of sin and that repentance and submission to God are the keys to overcoming adversity. While his words are well-intentioned, they ultimately fail to provide the comfort and understanding that Job seeks, highlighting the limitations of human wisdom in the face of profound suffering and the mysteries of divine providence. Let's now read Job chapter 5. Call now, if there be any that will answer thee, and to which of the saints wilt thou turn? For wrath killeth the foolish man, and envy slayeth the silly one. I have seen the foolish taking root, but suddenly I cursed his habitation. His children are far from safety, and they are crushed in the gate, neither is there any to deliver them. Whose harvest the hungry eateth up, and taketh it even out of the thorns, and the robber swalloweth up their substance. Although affliction cometh not forth of the dust, neither doth trouble spring out of the ground. Yet man is born unto trouble, as the sparks fly upward. I would seek unto God, and unto God would I commit my cause. Which doeth great things and unsearchable, marvelous things without number. Who giveth rain upon the earth, and sendeth waters upon the fields. To set up on high those that be low, that those which mourn may be exalted to safety. He disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward is carried headlong. They meet with darkness in the daytime, and grope in the noonday as in the night. But he saveth the poor from the sword, from their mouth, and from the hand of the mighty. So the poor hath hope, and iniquity stoppeth her mouth. Behold, happy is the man whom God correcteth, therefore despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty. For he maketh sore, and bindeth up, he woundeth, and his hands make whole. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth. For thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee. And thou shalt know that thy tabernacle shall be in peace, and thou shalt visit thy habitation, and shalt not sin. Thou shalt know also that thy seed shall be great, and thine offspring as the grass of the earth. Thou shalt come to thy grave in a full age, like as a shock of corn cometh in his season. Lo this, we have searched it, so it is, hear it, and know thou it for thy good. This ends our reading of Job chapter 5.